Eagles fly. Let's peep the squad. Big Pat shelling Dante the dark child. Drop the stats on him. Drop the facts on him. Spur King, baby. Let's get it on.
Hey, fam, one thing and one thing only. Let's just kick it off just like that. Eagles! Yeah, our Philadelphia Eagles are victorious. We got our get back against the New York Giants, winning big 38-20. What a win. This has got to be the most complete game we've seen this team play all season. Was it 100% perfect? No, it was not. But I'm not going to dwell on what that was not perfect. I'm going to dwell on everything that was great in this game. And there were a lot of things to highlight. That was great. Number one, Saquon Barkley and the rushing attack was spotted today. There was a sighting of our rushing attack today. And in a big way, gaining over 200 yards on the ground with two running backs, not one, but two running backs rushing for over 100 yards. Wow, amazing. Jalen Hurts continued his precise passing today. He didn't have the 300 yards, but he had 4 touchdowns, and it was a very precise win and passing from Jalen Hurts and A.J. Brown-less Eagles receiving core. That was great. That was great. The defense, up until giving up that last touchdown, they were right in the range that I wanted to see them and not giving up a lot of points. They had only given up 13 points up until that late touchdown. So that was impressive. The defense also amassed 5 sacks. Wow, the pass rush showed up today. So this is by far the most complete game we've seen our Philadelphia Eagles play thus far. I am very happy. As we go into the bye week, I think we all have a lot to be encouraged about as our Philadelphia Eagles totally demolished the New York Giants. And not only we got our get back, right? But it was sweet in getting that get back, because one of those that really stuck it to us on that Thursday night game as the Giants kicked our asses was Scatterboo. And we got our revenge back on Scatterboo too. I mean, I hope he's okay and all, but we knocked him out of the game. He was out of the game. He didn't even finish. So that physicality, that violent nature of our defense emerged today and really put the smack down on the Giants today. We got our get back. Great job, Philadelphia Eagles. And the Kelly Green uniforms remain unbeaten. I am happy. I'm excited. How about you guys? Let me know in the chat room. Yo, it was so gratifying. I got to run it back. Eagles. Yes, our Philadelphia Eagles again victorious over the New York Giants and doing it in such a glorious fashion. Got our beat down, got our get back, and just the way we imagined it or we wanted it to be. I couldn't ask for a better way to get revenge on our division rival, the hated New York Giants. Here's Pat. And again, the most complete game we've seen our Philadelphia Eagles play thus far this season. Very, very encouraging. As we go into the bye week, I saw a lot of good things. We're going to have a wonderful 2 weeks off. At least I am. And it starts with celebrating today's dynamic and dominating win over the New York Giants. What's your thoughts, Pat?
Woo! I'm sorry I'm late. I I realized I had to run to the store. I didn't get my bottle during halftime. I had to run to the store and get the bottle. Listen, if it works, don't switch it up. So I had to run and get it. Yes, it was a very impressive win. Shout out to our defense. I know they scored a touchdown at the end of the game to tighten up the score to 38 to 20, but more or less this game was pretty much over after our third score. Our third score, more or less, the defense took over. We was more in control of this game, and it's an unfortunate loss to the New York Giants where they Cam Scatterbull, with the injury, all prayers up to him and everything like that. I like the way
prayers, but whatever. We knocked him out. We got his ass back. We got his ass back. That was appropriate for the way he treated us on that Thursday night game. Out of there. Scatterbull, scatter your ass on out of here.
That too. It's all good in the green hood over here. And I if I missed my shot, I need to catch up and take my shot.
Oh, no,
right?
I haven't even done the shots yet. I was trying to wait for you. All right, so we're
going
to do these shots right now. You're watching Eagles Talk, the most unique Eagles coverage show around that's by us Eagles fans and for us Eagles fans. And here on Eagles Talk, we like to talk about our favorite football team, the victorious Philadelphia Eagles, and we do so in such a relaxed manner that we enjoy our favorite adult beverage in the form of shots. So let's raise our glasses in victorious fashion as we celebrate our Philadelphia Eagles' dynamic win over the New York Giants today. Everybody, let me know what you're drinking out there as your celebratory shot today. So down the hatch, 3, 2, 1. Yo, that's right. We are victorious in Philadelphia Eagles. Let me go right to some comments, man. First person in the room after the game is Jeremiah, as usual. I told y'all a Barkley game. Yes, you did indeed say that. And what in what a big way. 150 yards on the ground by Barkley. He didn't even finish the game. He could have gotten 200 yards, but he went out with a groin injury. We hope that he is okay. Luckily, we have a bye week. He'll be able to return. But he had already done his damage. 150 yards, over 10 yards a carry. And then Bigsby. We thought Bigsby was a waste of a trade pick up until today's game. What a game he had backing up Saquon Barkley. And he was getting significant carries even before Barkley went out. And he was very effective on those carries before Barkley went out, and even more so after Barkley went out. And he, too, amassed over 100 yards, averaging even more per carry than Saquon Barkley. He averaged 11 yards a carry, and that was a fantastic game. We saw the return of our rushing attack. Wow. Early in the game, Saquon Barkley breaks a 69-yard touchdown run, and it looked very reminiscent of last year Saquon Barkley, and it was a welcome sight to see the return of Saquon in our offense attack and in that big way.
Yeah, it was great to see our Russian attack come to life, man. It came to life today. It was a couple sacks here and there that Jalen took. We can dissect that on Thursday, stuff like that. You're bad sacks. But you know what? That one big sack we had for 15 yards.
And then Bixby get it right back on the next play. What? Oh my God!
Crazy thing about this, and I want to talk about this because last week after the post game, I talked about Jalen Hurts. Right now, he's playing like a top 3 quarterback. Right now, Jalen Hurts is literally playing like the best quarterback in the league. You want to know why? He's not putting up 300 yards a game. He's not putting up enormous yardage per game. He's efficient. Last week he had the perfect passer rating. This week he's 141.5. He only missed 5 passes. 5 passes. And 2 of those passes were batted down, right? He had 4 touchdowns for only 179 yards. The crazy thing about that is that his only receiver he threw to most of the game was Dante Smith.
And Devontae was the only
he got targeted
receiver we had, and this was all we needed, actually. I mean, well, let me go over some of the stats, man. This was a wonderful game. Total yards, our Philadelphia Eagles offense put up 427 total yards, 151 passing yards, 276 rushing yards. Total plays, 57. Jalen Hurts, as you said, only missed 5 targets. He was 15 for 20. Time of possession, we dominated that, 33 minutes to 26 minutes. Sacks, the defense put up 5 sacks. The defense, we had a return of some areas that we were lacking in, and we were very concerned about going into this game, and we saw market improvement in this game in those areas. One, rushing, right? We were a paltry. I mean, Saquon was averaging a paltry 50 yards a game. We put up almost 300 yards rushing. Our pass rush, we talk about we were in trouble with our pass rush. We put up 5 sacks today. The passing attack, although we didn't amass the amount of yards, it was, like you said, the word for that was very efficient. We gained yards through the air very efficiently, and even targeting one of my pregame stars, Jahan Dotson, even got in that.
He hit it with the head tap.
High pointed a catch and got himself a touchdown. So it was a wonderful game all around, man. I'm gonna go back to the comments here. Drew is in the house. Drew says, "Go Birds, 6-2." Yeah, 6-2. That's Philly slang right there. Walter says, great win. What's up, Eagles talk? What's up, Walt? Palatero, victory, go Birds. We still do pray for him, but great. And yeah, Kelly even did okay today. I'll tell you this.
Okay. You know what?
They were in our favor, but the rest were horrible today. And the rest were horrible. And if we were on the other side of this win today, we would be talking about them even more so. But they were horrible, but they were equally horrible. I mean, they called some bad calls on our side. They were horrible. They need to be, I hope they're graded every game, because today the refs got like an F. You know what I'm saying? They missed a lot of plays, man. A lot of plays.
The one play they called with the fumble, with the sack fumble,
that was horrible.
That was horrible. He said, if you go a millimeter, dude, the ball wasn't going forward.
No, it was already out.
The ball was here. He said the motion of him moving this way. Dude, the ball wasn't even moving forward. It was still
the
back
ball
here.
Out before his hands started going forward. You know what I mean? I'm telling you, that was horrible. But there was some other plays that were horrible. That pass interference where they got a touchdown, I don't think that was a pass interference. So it was both ways. They made some bad calls. Both ways. You know what I mean?
Slayton did push off on Q. He did push off on Q. It's called gaining an advantage, right?
No, that wasn't no advantage. That was a lot of hand fighting going up. Even the referee they had in the game was like, nah, that was.
But the thing about it is he extended his arm. If he didn't extend his arms afterwards, if he just did this and move his arm in, it wouldn't have passed fair. But the way he extended his arms,
I mean, I'm gonna go with it because it's for my team. But if that was on the other team, you would not be sitting there talking about something.
I'd be pissed off.
You'd be pissed off.
But I'd be pissed off.
Yeah, it was bad. It was some bad calls, but we come away with the win, and our good far outweighed our bad. I mean, they didn't really. I don't think they controlled the game, or their calls were a result, or helped the result of the game or the outcome of the game. So let me see. Palatero AJ tweeted, using him, not using me. I mean, home, always open, but not on the field. Okay. Tank was running all over him. Yes, he was. Petit says, run Saquon until his tongue hangs out. I said it during pregame. You did. Yes, he did. And he did.
His tongue is hanging out right now.
What's up, Sulema? My prediction was 31-17 Eagles, but our guys did better than that. 6-2, baby. Yeah, you're right. And here's that noble troll. Yeah, go Giants. Go your ass home, Giants.
You're gonna have a good high
You missed the
draft
word.
pick.
Go your ass home.
They gonna draft Archie
Giants.
Manning. That's who they gonna draft. Archie
Now,
Manning.
in their defense, though, I think they have a player here in Jackson Dart. He made some very good throws. They weren't always completed. Some were questionable calls, but they were on target. Let me tell you, he threaded the needle on some of them. I was impressed with some of his throws, and I was like, oh, damn it, we got another quarterback in the division we got to worry about. I mean, the rest of the Giants team sucks, but they seem to have found, for the moment, their quarterback of the future. So, Sulema, you said that. Yeah, I'm sorry. I must be reading the same thing. All right. H2O, JT is in the house. And Rachel says, now I can relax. Hello, bye week. Yes, I can relax also. It's going to be a wonderful. This is a great way to go into the bye, right? We got 2 weeks. We have no football next week, but we leave with a great taste in our mouth, right? We leave on a high that we can hang our hats on and feel good about for the next 2 weeks until we see them again. And we should be getting healthy by the next time we see this team take the field again. We should have. I would predict we probably have Nolan Smith back, right? We should have him back by the end of
Nolan Smith back.
And Jacorius Bennett, we should have him back.
Yes, we do.
By then. So, and BG will be playing by that point. And
you will.
And that's welcome. I mean, the pass rush did wake up. O'Shea had a great game today. Jalen Carter as well. 5 sacks was a great game from this defense. And it wasn't because of a lot of blitzing too. So that's right up Vic Fangio's, that's his scheme. He doesn't want to have to dial up the blitzes to get the pressure. He would like to get that from his front four. And for the most part, that's what happened today. He got great pressure from the front four, and we've been waiting to see that all year long. So it was a lot to be happy about. It was a lot to praise this team about, and I'm excited. And now, because all during the season, after the pregame show, I've been going over whichever one in my neighbor's house to watch some of the game before I come back for the post game. This is the first time I didn't leave the house. I stayed in the house the whole time. So now what had to happen. You know what had to happen now. Now I can't go back out, during the games anymore. I'm sitting home all game the rest of the year. That's it. All right. So you guys tell me how that game made you feel. Oh, there's Tony says, I mentioned it in the game chat, but a 5th and 6th for Tank. Genius, Howie. Yes, Saquon seemed okay, but not we good. Yeah, that was welcome. A welcome sight to see Tank, because up until today's performance, I thought it was a waste. I thought, it was a waste of a trade to pick up this guy, and then he bust out like this. Who knows? I think we picked him up for the kickoff returns, and he's proven to be a valuable backup in the running game. That's incredible.
Well, they told us he's not a good pass catcher. He's not a great pass catcher. Filling the ball, he's not good at that. And we got rid of him. We moved him off the punt return, moved him off the kick return. You got Xavier Gibson down back there. You got Will Shipley. Shout out to Will Shipley, average 33 yards per kick return. They have it solidified right now. And Tank Bigsby is the primary backup to Saquon Barkley. And you could see why they preferred him over Travis Etienne, especially when Travis Etienne went down in Jacksonville, because Tank Bigsby is a power runner. He's a speed runner, and when he get on the outside, he make things happen. We saw it today. He had over 100 yards. We had 2 running backs. When was the last time that you can remember, Dark Knight? We had 2 running backs over 100 yards. You can't remember that last time.
No, that was incredible, man.
We had a 3-hit monster last time. It was Correll Buckholter, Deuce Staley. I think we had 100-yard rushers like that. So it's a great team win. It's something to build on. It's some things that I'm gonna look back on this tape, because I did see some things I did not like. Shout out to Kelly Ringo. You call him Kelly. Ringo actually held his own. He did challenge. He did challenge some of the receivers. When the tight end split out, instead of him playing 7 yards off, he came down there and got in the tight end's face. It made it hard for the tight end. That's what contributes to some of these erratic passes and sacks because the secondary did the damn job. The secondary did their damn job, and you know what? I'm happy that we look this way. I can't wait to after the bye week how much better this team will improve. And with everybody getting healthy, Cam Jurgens should be coming back. AJ Brown should be coming back. Saquon Barkley is going to be healthy. He should be.
Landon Dickerson should be healthier. We've been
Healthier.
seeing
Brandon Graham will be back. Who do you move off the roster with these additions? That's the crazy thing about it, because they're playing really, really good football right now. And I'm so happy to see that they're loving the game. They're happy. They're having a good time on a sideline during the game, and that's what you're supposed to do. You're not supposed to be clenching your butt cheeks every single play. You're supposed to be on the sideline having a good time playing the game that you love, that you get paid to do, and that's what they're doing.
Yeah, I can see today at the stadium was fight song practice for the crowd.
Yeah, it was
38 points. It was fight song practice. They were singing a lot of Fly Eagles Fly at the stadium, and I could hear it through my television. It was a wonderful game to watch, man. And I guess, and I can only imagine it was probably even greater game to be at in person. I'm just overjoyed. I'm overjoyed. A lot of good things. I just read you the stats, man, and these are the stats, and this is the type of play that we kind of expected from this team coming into this year. It took a while to get there. That this is realistic. Football. Especially the way that we run our preseason and training camp, it's kind of hard to expect that we'll come out the gate in a year playing like this. And it's been our trend to sort of do what we're doing, right? We usually don't heat up until week 3, 4, 5, or 6. You know what I mean? So we're keeping in step with that trend, right? We're starting to heat up right now. And as I talked about on Thursday, It's okay to be hitting on all cylinders right now, like Detroit or somebody, but it's even better to be hitting on all cylinders near the end of the season, midpoint to the end of the season. There's a time when you want to be playing your best football, and we're entering that period of time where you want to be playing your best football, and we're getting there.
Yes,
and we're getting there.
Yes, you want to, like you said, DarkKnight, you want to play your best football entering the second half of the season. The third quarter, the fourth quarter of the season, you want to be playing your best football. And I did hear that F-bomb. He F-bombed it when Scatterboo went down. He said,
he did.
Because you don't realize the cameras zoomed in on Scatterboo the whole time. They didn't take the cameras off until they realized it was an injury. They said, "Oh my goodness, we gotta go to commercial." You hear Tom Brady like, "Oh shoot, oh F, oh man, that's bad."
Yeah,
yeah. But you know what, DarkKnight, like you said, like you don't want to be playing your best football in the first half of the season. I always see these different storylines on Fox, on CBS, on NFL Network, on ESPN, talking about the 4-0 such and such team, the 5-0 such and such team. Right, beginning of the season, and at the end of the season, those teams not even making the playoffs. I vividly remember the Atlanta Falcons being 4-0. They did a whole feature about the Atlanta Falcons being 4-0, how complete the team they were. They didn't even make the playoffs that year. So I always took from that, besides being the player, understand that you have to be that you're trying to build up to something, right? You're building up to something. You're not just if you're there right now. To those teams that's going to be there, you're going to still be here, and they're going to be here. So, just like last year with our squad, we build up after the bye week, we start building up. We had a 10-game win streak. Our defense start to morph into something that we can appreciate. Our offense, even though we had dynamic wide receivers, we knew what our offense was. By the 10th win, we knew that we were a running team that had the ability to throw the ball at any given time. And if you didn't respect the run game, We would kill you to the run game. If you respected the run game and threw everybody there, just like the Chiefs did, we're going to throw it over your head like we did in the Super Bowl. And the same thing right now. It's like we're coming into our own. We understand what kind of team we are. And it's great to be in this position at 6-2, going into the bye when we're going about to get some healthy guys back and really coming into our own as a team.
Yeah, I think that this team kind of, at talking about it in the pregame, this team kind of solidified our identity, which is now we can beat you as we always could, but we're starting to hit on all cylinders. But we can beat you in a multitude of ways, and we showed you that in the last 2 games that we played. Dissected last week's Vikings in a passing attack that was efficient and explosive. This week went to the ground game and mixed in with an efficient passing attack. Let's give out some game balls. And the first one I want to give out, and because I've been dogging and killing him all year long, I have to give him his props, and that's our OC, Palatulo. Did a great job. Patullo did a great job today in play design and flow of calling plays. So, I'm not just a hater. I don't just jump on people. I'm just a passionate, intelligent Eagles fan who holds my team accountable, everyone on my team. And at the time I was trashing him, he deserved to be trashed. But today he deserves to be praised. That was a great offensive scheme. That was great offensive attack. It was balanced, and it produced 38 points. 38 points. So game ball to Patullo. I got to take my hats off to him today.
I hear that, and you know what? I could appreciate that because last season when we had Kellen Moore here, we were mad about what kind of offense they were running at the halfway point, right? We were just like, what is he doing? What kind of you got a dynamic running back, you got these receivers, and we're not living up to our top billing. We didn't give him time as fans. We were already calling for a hit. Same thing we were doing with Kevin. We were calling for his head, and yes, he rightfully deserves the game ball for this week and last week. But this week, even though I want to go defense, I want to give it to the defensive guys. I'm a defensive guy. I gotta give it to the offensive line for busting out and recapturing what we were last year. Open up the holes for not only just Saquon, but also for Tank Bixby, to get over 276 yards of rushing, 200-yard rushers, not a quarterback, 2 running backs that had over 100 yards. That first run is reminiscent of what we went through last year, DarkKnight. So even though I want to give it to the running back and say here is the game ball, I have to give it to our offensive line. And I do want to say one bad thing about the offensive line, but I want to save it to Thursday. I'm not going to say it right now.
All right.
It's a W. Yeah. It's a W. So I'm not
all right. You can go around. You guys let us know who you're giving the game ball to today. Zach Scott get clean. Oh, we shout out to Jahad Campbell. Jahad Campbell should have been a half sack for Jahad Campbell, a half sack for who was that? Jalen Hutt for in a strip fumble. That's what it should have been. Because he's been working his butt off. Jahad Campbell's been working his butt off to come off that edge and realizing that yes, he's not an edge rusher yet, but your athletic ability and your playmaking ability is keeping you on the field because Jacoby Dean is too intelligent, too good to keep off the field. He really, I guess we don't really understand that he makes this defense move. He does.
Intelligent. To put the players in the right position makes the defense move. DarkKnight.
And to not to take anything away from Jahad. Jahad is a magnificent young linebacker. The difference is that Nakobe is more experienced. Let's put it that way. He's more experienced and well versed in this defense. So the game has slowed down for Nakobe. He's more instinctual, which makes what Jahad does even more impressive because he hasn't learned this defense like that, and he's still a big playmaker and a big influence on this defense. Just imagine a year in this defense and when it slows down for him, how much greater he's going to be. And we already consider him playing at a very high level now.
Yeah.
But imagine next year when it slows down for him and he understands his assignments even more, what's going to happen. But at this point today, Nakobe Dean is, he's better than Jihad, and that's saying a lot. But Jihad still has the talent, and he can still help out in other areas, like you said, coming off the edge and that's such. And it's a scary thing to think about, this defense moving forward, man. The more experience Jihad gets and the more Vic fits him into this scheme along with Nakobe, this defense is just going to get better as the season goes on. And I think we saw a glimpse of it today. And I'm not going to say it was the Giants, because the Giants have kind of they've improved since the beginning of the season. Since they've made that quarterback change, this team has been playing at a higher level. You saw what they did to us, and you saw what they did with Denver until the meltdown. So they're on their way.
Truthfully, DarkKnight, I'll be honest with you, we should be 7-1. I'm gonna sit here and say that into the end of the season. Losses happen, crazy things happen. Last week the Giants got
we shouldn't have lost to Denver.
Yeah, demoralized in that fourth quarter to Denver with 33 points. But we should have.
We should have beat Denver. Yeah. Now forget Giants. The Giants beat us. They beat us. They just caught us on a good week. But we could have beat Denver. That Denver game was the game that we really let it get away. We should have beat them. But,
I want to say shout out to excuse me, I get this phlegm out. Nakobe Dean, coming back from that dramatic injury that he had, to be playing at a high level right now. And I just can't wait until this defense really gets in tune with all the healthy starters. Jacorian Bennett is legitimately our second cornerback, but Kelly Ringo, I'm gonna call him Keely. Keely Ringo can play that position right now. He can play that position right now, and he has been playing on a high level for the past 2 weeks. With that being said, we got some things we need to clean up. We have a lot of things we need to clean up. I'm not going to talk about it right now. I'm going to take my next shot because this is for our Philadelphia Eagles. We are 6-2 going into the bye, and it feels good to be on top of the NFC East. On top of the NFC. It feels good.
Yeah, and we're going to get out of here on that. We're going to get out on this last shot. So everybody, come on, raise your glasses. We're going to see you guys. We're going to reconvene here on Thursday. And upon further review, give you guys a chance to celebrate, watch the rest of the 4 o'clock games and tonight games and Monday night game. And everybody set your clocks for 7 o'clock on Thursday, when we'll come back and we'll continue the celebration and we'll continue to dissect what we saw today. And Pat is going to tell us what we need to clean up. So here we are. You're watching Eagles Talk, the most unique Eagles coverage show around. By us, Eagles fans, for us, Eagles fans. Here on Eagles Talk, we like to talk about our favorite football team. That's the Philadelphia Eagles. We do so in such a relaxed manner that we enjoy our favorite adult beverage. Let's raise our glasses to our defending and victorious Philadelphia Eagles today over the New York Giants, 38-20. You guys go enjoy the rest of your games. Down the hatch, 3, 2, 1. We'll see you Thursday. We're out. Peace.
Go live in 5, 4, 3, 2. Smash him up, crack that fool. Quarterback whack, yo, sack that fool.